If you're about to start your A-levels, this is the only video you need to watch because this is everything I wish I knew before starting sixth form, college, or just before starting my A-levels.
Rainy days, I'm feeling blue. Think of all the love we knew. Your smile, your touch.
Hi, my name is Priya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about everything I wish I knew before starting my A-levels. For reference, I have just finished my A-levels. It's been a month since my last exam, and I feel like there's a lot of things I kind of wish I knew before actually starting that would have helped me prepare a lot more in the long run. Also, before we carry on with the video, remember to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know every time I'm going to post a new video. And let's get into the video. Before you even start thinking about what you need to bring, think about your subjects. Have you picked them wisely? For me, my school was pretty chill with letting us switch subjects up until like the first half term, I think. I definitely knew people who switched up until the first half term. If you're going to switch, do it as soon as possible because it saves you a lot of time. So if you've picked 4 subjects, are you definitely sure you want to carry the academic burden of doing 4 subjects? If you're doing an EPQ, do you think you have the grind to be writing that much for an EPQ, or would you rather just do 3 A-levels? Now these are things that will help you pick those, but also start looking at university courses. It's not something you need to do because at the end of the day, you need to make sure you like your subjects, okay? No university course is going to be worth you going through 2 years of hell if you hate all your subjects. So make sure the subjects you picked actually interest you, because subjects like physics were really hard and lots of people dislike physics because of how hard it is, but the only thing that made it worth it is how interesting physics is to me. Make sure you have a genuine interest and passion in them, because trust me, it makes it a lot more bearable of a subject. But obviously also look at the course you want to do. You don't have it figured out right now, but have a ballpark of if you want to go into a STEM subject, then definitely pick maths. If you want to go into law, then pick subjects that kind of go around that, but you don't have to have the specific course down, just have a good ballpark of what you want to do. If you're picking subjects that you think you're going to find challenging, at the end of the day, being naturally smart is not good enough for sixth form anymore. I'm going to tell you that right now. You need to have a good work ethic. You don't need little bursts of motivation that will get you to revise an hour and then you stop doing it for a week. You need to have discipline. You need to set yourself rules, guidelines that you think you can follow. Obviously going into sixth form, you can be quite chill, okay? I don't think I started revising until towards the end of year 12, but I always reviewed content after I did a lesson, just for 30 minutes, an hour a night at the start. It did not take up much of my time at all. Don't pile up too much though before you go in, because trust me, you will get burnt out very, very easily. So even if you're a straight A student now, do not slack, because you may think, oh, I'm only going to do 3 subjects, I'm only going to do 4 subjects, I'm going down from 10 subjects to 3. It is not easier because you have to go into so much more detail for these 3-4 subjects that you do. It is insane. Don't go in expecting to be a ride in the park, because it is not. It's going to be challenging, but preparing for it now will make you feel so much more relieved in the long run. Also, you need to learn how to study. This is something you're going to learn as you go through school, but learning how to actually study helps so much, because there are people I know that didn't revise more than 3-4 hours a day in the core of A-levels during exam season, because they knew how to study effectively. They didn't have their phone on, they had 0 distractions, not even music, some of them, and that meant they could get all their solid work done in a small time gap. I'm not saying study now, but I'm saying solid focused work will get you so much more than just doing 7 hours of work a day, but you're scrolling in between. Now, this is another thing. It's gonna feel different because the way teachers are with you in sixth form or college, it's different. If you don't do the work, sometimes, depending on your school, I wouldn't get attention if I didn't do the work. They would say, okay, catch up on it. If I didn't catch up on it, that's my fault, not theirs. They're not taking the exam, you are. You've got to have the self-discipline to actually catch up on your work if you've missed out on it. Revise the content after you've gone over it. Teachers aren't going to be chasing you, because at the end of the day, these exam results are a reflection of you, not your school, but you. And also, just as a social aspect, things change. The friends you have in school might shift. Don't let that be a massive part of your experience. Try to stay away from drama. Obviously drama happens, you can't control it, but your friends change and that's okay. Don't let that get you down while people are still there studying and not really caring. Now, okay, this is a big thing. You need a system. You need a system for sixth form. So whether that be you studying on an iPad, you having your folders, you need something. For year 12, I had a day folder, have all my notes in there, and then eventually at the end of the week, I would put that into my individual folders for my subjects. That worked for a while, but honestly, I function so much better being online. So going into year 13, I started to use my old iPad to write notes down, and it worked a lot better for me. So trust me, year 12 is a time for trial and error with these things, because going into year 13, you do not want to be stressing about where your notes are, okay? That's the last thing you need. So if you're organized with paper, definitely go for the folder system. If you're not, maybe an iPod or literally anything else will be good. Teachers didn't care how you made notes. My teachers didn't care if you made notes. At the end of the day, if you have notes online already, if you find some like physics, maths tutor, then don't make notes, absorb the content. I think towards the end of year 13, I just kind of stopped because I knew I could find the notes online somewhere else. That is generally what worked for me, but if you find that taking notes helps you revise, then definitely do that, and do it in any means that you want, okay? Use any medium that you want. This is the time to figure it out. Also, don't forget that you have a life outside of sixth form. Towards the end of year 13, I didn't feel like a human anymore because I would just get up, eat, revise, sleep. But I would recommend finding a hobby, a sport, maybe starting the gym, literally anything to keep you feeling like you're a human being and you still do things that human beings do. Don't let yourself get sucked into this life, because at the end of the day, when you finish your exams, who will you be if you have nothing else? That was the thing I struggled with. I was like, what do I even do with my life now? So obviously I went back to making YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. If you haven't followed my TikTok and Instagram, it is just Praise Perspective. Give me a follow because I post literally daily on there. The time I have developed the most was sixth form. Like those 2 years, I have changed so much as a person. It is like insane. So I would definitely recommend leaving some space to grow. You know, develop. That it's completely okay to take time, to take breaks. That is like, I'm going on to my next part now. It's okay to take breaks, okay? Do not, I repeat, do not go into year 12 full blast revising 8 hours a day already. Like, do not. Have your weekends. Spend your weekends with your friends. Have Friday nights off. I had Friday nights off literally the whole time. Even in exam season, like Friday nights, I would revise like an hour and that was it. Compared to the other days, you need the breaks, because like I said, we're not robots, we're people, and people get tired, and that's fine, okay? No one's built to be revising 24/7. And that is honestly all I have for you guys today. These are just like very key bits of advice for you. Now, if you want some more general what to bring to sixth form or how I revised in sixth form, I can make those videos for you. But before we go, remember to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications, and also follow my TikTok and my Instagram. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye!